Part 2 of the Canterbury preview. We're doing it here from the RacingRant Park's DogDunny.
Yeah.
I had to clean up again before, Gord. It's obviously...
I don't know what's going on, yeah.
And it's, you know, we're close to the bin, so it's nice and malodorous.
Yeah, it's lovely, it's lovely. This is definitely the reserves bench over here, isn't it?
Speaking of excitement today, Dicko was noted on RaceNet.
Yes.
He's been positioned as one of the, what was it?
Yeah, what did they call them? The retail hunters, was it? Or what was
the unwashed?
The unwashed, the unwashed.
Anyway, there's a story about the Tats and Tab merger, which I'm surprised has been given a tick. And anyway, there's a snap from the mounting yard at Caulfield. A couple of punters leaning over the fence, and one of them is our man Dicko. I noticed that his mate at the Profits is wondering whether he's been photoshopped out of it.
Yes. I'm trying to see if there's a bit of grey in that beard, Dicko. Eh?
Anyway, there's a bit of entertainment today. More entertainment will be had tomorrow at Canterbury because we've got 3 races to get home with. Kicking off with race 5, again over the 1900, so this time for the older horses. And a steadier affair it is. $3, good old Estic Raj, who's having his 8th start at Canterbury 1900. And he's run 4 seconds so far. $4.20 Sismontane, $6 number 2 El Novio, it's a bit of a Waller affair this. $8.50 Promas, $8.50 Alfton. $15 the 3-year-old Getaway, the Getaway. $17 another Waller, this time resuming Law Major. $19 I'm Bulletproof. Now there are a few to go forward here. I imagine that Sismontane should be able to lead this, but I'm Bulletproof may have other ideas. He'd like to get in the van. Promas certainly a race very handy, and that's probably, there your 3 up the front there, which should give Estic Raj another sweet run. Can you entertain him in this, Gord?
Not at all. Just gave himself up as a bit of a cat.
He'll be given a perfect run again.
He'll be given a perfect run, but I can't see why the 1 doesn't win this race.
Well, you're touting Flo big time at Kembla, and can I just say, Flo went like a rocket. That was a very, very, very good time race, like shat on all the other races for the day, bar the first race won by Brooke whatever it is that Joe Pride trains, the 2-year-old that won very easily, and Flo was the only other winner on the day that smashed them.
Yeah, massively keen, and wasn't that a lovely price too, eh? Yeah, and that was just a setup run. The only question mark is, you know, second up 1400 metres to 1900 metres, but it is Gay. She'll have the work into it. It's the best horse in the race. Last preparation did absolutely nothing wrong. Came close to some proper sort of Saturday.
That's right. Well,
horses.
Supply and demand. Woodcock. There's some depth there.
I think as far as upside is concerned, this horse has more upside as well. So I just think it wins. That's it.
Easy to like. Is there anything that you're worried about in this race?
Well, Bowman stopping the cat coming out of 3. You know, it's not going to be a betting proposition.
I know El Novio seems very well found. $6 off a rank failure in not a great Saturday race last start. His wins are sort of further than this. And then we've got a bit of Acton form with Alfton, who's had 4 or 5 runs back from a very long spell. Promas comes out of the race that I mentioned earlier, the Calypso Bay race, where Promas just sat there and minded her own business. Law Major is mild interest because Karen rides, and it's been given 3 trials, 3 1200 metre trials to resume here. I'm Bulletproof is a winner at the course and distance. Look, if number 1 doesn't win, I'll have to bow down. It's the only place I can go. Race 6, an interesting 3-year-old fillies race. $3.20 Noir. $6.50 is Sharpness off the Warwick Farm maiden win, lucky maiden win. $7.50 is Bacardi Rose back in distance. $9 Silent Sea, $9 La Chicabella, unbeaten horse. $9.50 Piping Hot off a very long spell. $11 Smart As, $13 Can Dream, and long odds the bottom 2. $21 Pandaya, $35 Fast Darley. Not sure who takes it up. Piping Hot will be close from gate 1. Silent Sea will be quite handy. She's got toe. Noir's got some toe and is quite fresh. And then you've got a couple of Tim Martin horses that get very close. Can Dream raced handy the other day. Pandaya has got some speed. It's a bit of a mess to sort out the map. Does it matter?
I don't really think so. The only question mark about the horse is 5th up first prep. Other than that, it wins. I mean, have a look at the trial. Seriously.
Have a look at the last start.
Yeah, it's just...
Like,
and the form around that last start, and its run was awesome, and it's had the 35 days off with a beautiful trial over 1,030 metres since. I don't know, you see it getting beat?
No, Karen, perfectly drawn out there. It's easy to like. Are there any horses in here that are...
The only one I'm interested in on an each-way basis is number 10, Fast Ali. It ran over the 1,400 metres last start. What are your bloody
radio tipster now? Are you each-way basis?
Well, because I'm so keen on Noir, I have to say each-way.
You're thinking this has got a strong place chance, is what you're saying?
I just think it can run a look better. If you look at its last run over 1,400 metres, it was really, it never looked comfortable in running, and it was still not far off them, you know, with 150 metres to go. Well, we're back 150 metres now. It's a tricky stable. They like doing funny little things like this. I think it can dramatically improve, and that actually is a Saturday Metropolitan race.
Yeah, well, so Can Dream comes out of that race as well, and she's in her first preparation. She's having a 5th run first prep, but she looks an honest thing, although I would have said not much talent there. What about the resuming Martin horse Smart As, who won her first 2 starts out wide, then came to a mile race at Warwick Farm?
Well, it's in the right trial, but didn't show me enough.
Yeah. Piping Hot, who broke her maiden on Queen's birthday Monday last year, so 12 months later she turns up here.
Couldn't look. I suppose those trials of gaze, maybe they're getting a little bit trickier these days.
What's the idea of the pretty trials?
I know. It's just,
what's the go there?
So much success, you know, doing it the old way. So I'm slight question mark. Would need to have seen more. Pretty much just stamped this, massively keen on Noir. What's something that could improve at a bit of odds to suggest to the guys, and that was Fast Ali. And to be honest, I could so easily dismiss the rest because they just had nowhere near the form of 2.
I just wish this was race 7. Noir, 7 the black.
Black, yeah.
The nightcap, that's only the penultimate, that second last there. The nightcap, race 7. And $4.20 is our favourite Philosophy, who's had 3 trials to ready her up. $6.50 Mega Mall, the Beaumont Specialist. And then we're out to $9 Cleve Hill. $10 Coolcraft, beaten in the 3-horse field at Kembla last start. $10 Zinzan Elsie. $12 up the top there, resuming Dorf Star. $14 another resumer, Shavish, for the Snowden Bowman. $14 down there, third emergency Phuket, who's yet to get a run. $18 Bogey, and $19 Surf and Safari and Know How. There's tons of resumers actually in this race, and there's good speed, but I imagine that Ale Cheval finally takes it up at her 4th run back. She gets up from 1100 to 1200, and she's drawn a leader's gate. Zinzan Elsie might park outside her. Obviously Radical Impact won't be too far away, nor will Phuket should he gain a start, and I'd suggest they're the runners most prominent here. Philosophy certainly should park just in behind the speed here. All right, you've been waiting all day. Come on, release.
No, I don't know what you're talking about, Mark.
What are the
Do you want to go first?
Yeah, go for your life.
Yeah, you want to go first or not?
No, I don't want to go first.
No, you don't? Look, there's lots of little pieces in this race, you know, like nothing sort of like standing out with a lot of positives, but there's a lot of sort of interesting runners that could run improved races or decent races. The one that I found on top in a deep race is number 13, Philosophy. Lightly raced, fresh horse, right stable. Nothing wrong last preparation, and the trial 2 back over the 900 at Rose Hill against Prince Famous and Flippant was the trial of a group standard horse. If it is that, it wins this race.
What about the ground?
Well, it flopped on heavy last start, but it was over the 1550. So
yeah, it wasn't
no
heavy. It was sort of like it was mid-range soft.
And then it had the extra trial over 794 on heavy. Yeah, it wasn't pushed out. I know it's only a trial, but nothing indicates to me that it won't handle it.
Right, so you're not worried? Because I mean, it's just like, you know, whenever I see resumers in these races, I just go, oh Jesus. You know, there's obviously this is a resumer from a stable that is best fresh. She's lightly raced. She had that mega long spell, and now she's off regulation. So, but you know, we still have to wait to see whether they'll start her because they've scratched her how many times?
I think that, yeah. Well, I mean, I think they're kind of forced to run around tomorrow, aren't they?
Well,
they had options last time to maybe delay it a little while. We'll see. Well, the track's going to be all right anyway, isn't it?
No, it's going to be the same condition as last. I'm going to say this track is a 7. So unfortunately, and you know, come the last race, it's a choppy 7. You know, the first race is the race where the horses get the crust on top.
So funny things can happen. That's why I might entertain some other runners as well.
Look, I think there's 2 chances. Cleve Hill, who is flying, she comes out of that second race there at Tester World at Tester World Slumber Party Insensata Noir. And I know she fenced up there the other day, but she brained them in surprising figures given the way that the rain came through that meeting. And Jay Collett will just snag here, and she's a fit horse that's found her form on this track. LA Cheval, well, you know, I want to see what she can do in the lead tomorrow. Coolcraft has got life from me, even though his Canterbury runs are his best runs. As I said, Mega Mall, her city runs are too disappointing. Radical Impact's got the very quick backup, but it's sort of like on the never list. Surf and Safari did something of note the other day, but it's Perry back in distance, I suppose. Zinzan Elsie has lost me a bit. Dylan's Romance trialled surprisingly well and gets gun. And Phuket is a lightly raced horse, 3-year-old, but his city runs are probably not good enough. So as I say, I'm saying 2 chances, 4 and 13 in the last. Gord, give us some direction on this 7 event.
I'll go Sismontane and Noir.
Yeah, solid set there. I would suggest the play race is race 3, Salado and Token of Love. That's the...
Actually, no, after talking about this show, I'm so excited to get there tomorrow. Oh.
Can't wait. What sort of sandwiches are we getting?
Well, we won't be getting the $20 loaf tomorrow.
Really?
No. Well, it wasn't really worth it, was it? We bought a $20 loaf of bread. It was quite nice, but
no, but obviously it got mangled by whoever was making the sandwiches.
That's true. The blade wasn't used efficiently enough, was it?
Maybe they could get it sliced.
Well, yeah, there you go. I'm sure they should offer that for $20 for a loaf of bread. Bloody hell.
Anyway, stay tuned. If you're coming out to Canterbury tomorrow, come and say hello and see if you can get that sneaky Waterhouse bot mail from Glenn before Gordo snaps it up. Otherwise, we'll be back on Friday for a preview of Randwick, and it promises to be a typical Randwick midwinter wet card. But nevertheless, we'll be somehow excited about that as well.
And guess who's in?
Who?
Centre Pivot.
He won't start. Centre Pivot, the conqueror of Sir Plush. Yeah. All right, catch you on Friday.